that are present in all the drawings.
Round is a sound installation, sound art installation, which is currently on exhibit at the Aldrich Contemporary Art Museum in Ridgefield, Connecticut. Round is a hybrid of a typical traditional museum audio tour and a participatory blog. As a participant in Round, you're able to hear information about works of art that are on display in a museum, but you're also able to comment back on those works of art and on the information that you've been hearing about those works of art. So that's where the sort of blog aspect of it comes in. Typically, an audio tour at a museum right now is very much a Web 1.0, one direction, one-way sort of conversation where you get a headset and you listen to some authority. But in my mind, it's a bit outdated now. I wanted to create with Round, I wanted to create a situation where not only could you hear this type of information, you could hear curators talking about works of art, you could hear the artists themselves talking about works of art, but in addition to that, you could hear what other people who have visited the museum talk about the work of art. They could talk about what it meant to them, what they felt like when they saw that particular painting or something. And to me, those opinions are extremely interesting and important, as important as the curator and the artist. And so somebody will grab one of these little devices and it has a set of headphones that they can put on. And when they get the device, they're presented with two options. The first option is listen, and the second option is speak. If they click on the listen option, obviously that's to listen to voices and to listen to the music that accompanies those voices. The speak button is what enables you to record. So typically somebody will, hit listen first, and then they'll have a choice of what exhibit they want to listen to, voices about, and then they'll be able to choose what artwork in particular they want to listen to voices about. Then they'll be asked what sorts of voices they want to hear. Do you want to hear artists, curators, educators, or museum visitors? Do you want to hear male voices or female voices? Do you want to hear, and the final category is age categories. It is sort of age group. So, you can hear kids, you can hear teenagers, you can hear adults, and you make these selections, and then when you hit play after you've made those selections, the visitor will hear a combination of instrumental music, which is sort of an ever-evolving algorithmic music that I wrote for this piece, and that will play, and then on sort of along with that, voices. You'll hear voices that come from the selections that you've made. These voices will sort of come in and out, and they'll fade up, and they'll be fading back and forth from the right to the left ear, and it's sort of there are randomizing algorithms that are built into that take the group of voices that a participant has made, and will present them in a random way that you don't really know what to expect.
It's really hard to see because it's kind of like really hard to see because of the yellow.
Follow the back of the plane.
If there was a day, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, where people went to a museum and the expectation of an audio tour was one where they were able to hear a whole variety of different opinions from a whole variety of different people, and where they could add their own if they so chose, that would be amazing to me.